What's up, YouTube? This is Josh Palaut coming to you guys today with a how-to video on a little bit of prison cooking. We're gonna make something that some people call a hot pocket, some people call it a brick, but considering the fact that it's prison food, my pregnant wife probably shouldn't go anywhere near it. Still gonna be making it anyways. We're gonna show you guys how to do it. If you watch a lot of prison videos like, Lockdown 2301 or Big Herc or any of the other ones after prison show, you've probably seen this method before, but we're gonna show you how I do it personally, which is probably not much different than the millions of other people that do it. So we hope you guys enjoy. This is a very, very cheap filling meal, so feed it to your kids. Let's see what we got. Now, the only ingredients that you're gonna need for this meal are your favorite choice of chip, preferably in the 1 serving size bag, and 1 packet of ramen noodles. So, also your preferred flavor. It's a pretty simple method. It's nothing to rocket scientists, but it is, like I said, pretty filling. So, first thing you're gonna wanna do, take your favorite choice of chips. Regular Cheetos are okay to use. They're very cheesy. These are the common choices here. But this is a little bit smaller of a bag as opposed to the larger puffy Cheetos kind. So we're gonna be using the puffy Cheetos. So my personal method for it is to open a small hole in the top. A very small hole. What you're gonna wanna do with that little tiny hole right there is squeeze all the air out. And you're gonna wanna do something that most Americans never do in their lives. Break them up. Now personally, the way that I like to make sure that they are very, very small, put them on the ground, and being careful when you step on it so that they don't come exploding out of the little hole. You just step on it. This works really, really well with the Cheetos Puffs because they're kind of puffy in general. So they break down a lot. What you laughing for, babe? Get them nice and powdery. Is this funny? Okay, so once you've basically liquefied your Cheetos, or your choice of chips, you're gonna pick it up, find that little tiny hole that you made at the top, go ahead and open it up. And as you can see, they have been reduced essentially to cheese powder. Once you have them like that, that's ready to go. Next step is gonna be pretty much the same thing with the ramen, but we're going to start breaking these up the same way that every good prisoner does. That's how you start breaking down your ramen. So, slam on the ground a couple times, get them good and bust it up. Then we're gonna repeat the process that we did before. Very, very tiny hole. The reason we're making the hole tiny is because whenever you're crunching them up, you don't want anything getting out. So, we're gonna go ahead and make a nice little hole, just big enough for the air to get out. And once they're nice and already gotten a little bit loose, place them on the ground, spread them around a little bit so there's no accidental explosions, and begin to crunch them up. It doesn't matter if the seasoning packet busts open inside there because you're gonna be putting it in anyway. So, next step, liquefy the noodles. Never thought we'd get one of these ones. I'll edit it. Probably fast forward this. I'm gonna use it all the way through, you know what I mean? All right, so those feel like they're probably pretty crushed up now. It doesn't matter if there's a few whole pieces in there, not that big a deal. Pick it up. Now we're gonna open it from the little tiny hole. Try to keep your bags intact when you do this. A lot of times there'll be a hole in this, but you don't want to just rip it down the side because you're gonna need it. And then you can see, we've got it basically liquefied. That'll do just fine. All right, next up, you'll wanna reach in there, grab your seasoning packet, put it to the side for a second. Make sure you got your Cheetos. Kind of get the Cheetos off of the wall of the plastic here. Make sure you got your nice little yummy Cheeto powder. Take your ramen powder, and you're basically gonna wanna go ahead and dump the Cheeto powder straight into the ramen powder. I don't know of anybody that actually calls this stuff powder in this form, but I'm doing it because I think it's funny. So now that you've added your cheesy powder to your ramen powder, gently and lightly, start shaking it up. Get it all mixed together very, very well. So there's a nice blend. And I like to do that first. This is the fancy method, I suppose, before I add the seasoning and repeat the process. Now be real careful when you add your seasoning that you shake it up very well because you don't want a big clump of seasoning somewhere. Trust me, that will be just about guaranteed high blood pressure and quite possibly a heart attack. So make sure that you very thoroughly mix in your seasoning. So everything looks kind of yellowy. You got a pretty nice blend going. you're just about done. Now I recommend not using the ramen pack, but rather using the Cheeto pack. Not only will you get all that nice yummy cheesy pasta powder all over the sides of it, but also it's a bigger bag and it is definitely a lot more sturdy than the one that the ramen came in. So, transfer all this back into your Cheeto bag. Give it another good little shake up. And then get your prison temperature lukewarm sink water ready to go. There's a nice little trick to this, and it's probably gonna take some trial and error. It takes a lot of practice to get this just right, just how you want it. But personally, the way that I like to do it, add a little bit of water at a time now, so you don't overdo it, because when you overdo it, it comes out terribly. But basically add just a little bit of water to it. Squeeze it around a little bit. I can feel that that's not nearly enough. It drank that like the desert, so you go ahead and add a little bit more. That might be about right. Nope. Make sure you're getting the bottom now. The corners will come out dry. You gotta work this stuff around a little bit. Work it like some clay. That's kind of what it is, just edible clay. And we're gonna add a little bit more to it. And the trick that I discovered with this, that I personally like mine to be, whenever you add enough water to the point that when you squeeze it, water comes out over the top just a little bit, it's probably good. That can actually use a little bit more. We're gonna put a little bit more water, just a little bit. Too much water will turn these nasty quick. I mean, they're already nasty, but I'm just kidding. All right, so let's see here. Let's do the squeeze test. Nope, still use a little bit more, but too little is better than too much, trust me. Make sure we work it around real good, get all the juices everywhere. Got our cheese sauce ready to go. Let's do a squeeze test on it. It's already looking pretty soupy, so it'll probably be okay. Yeah, a little bit of water around the edges there after I squeezed it. So now what you do, once you've worked it around a good bit, make sure it's good and moist everywhere. Check those little corners. You want to kind of give it a little shake, a little shaky shake. Squeeze it down into the bottom of the bag, like so. You're going to fold it. And set it very gingerly on that nice steel county jail table. Thankfully, this is not a county jail table, but here in county jail, the table's probably gonna be steel. For a little bit of artistic purposes, make sure it's good and flat. And then we're gonna leave this here for 5 to 10 minutes. So we'll be right back. All right, we got the baby in the scene now. And also, this should be ready by now. So take your contraband prison razor blade that you busted out of a plastic disposable razor. In this case, I'll be using a knife because I'm on the streets. And we are now going to have the big reveal here. We're going to open up your Hot Pocket, slice the side of the bag a little bit. And it looks like it's going to be wanting to open from the other way, so let's flip it over. Tear it away. And voila, look at that. Why did you say, ugh? This is a masterpiece. It came out perfect. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is a brick / Hot Pocket.
I mean, it looks neat.
That is a 100% authentic prison recipe. So, now, we're going to get the big try going on. You have to stop having the giggles before we continue. All right, guys, we got the beautiful Hot Pocket here. That is not quite touching the counter, but it bothered me for a second because I thought it was. If you get that 90-cent bottle of county jail hot sauce and throw it on here, it'll help with the flavor a lot. We got my very skeptical, nervous wife here ready to give it a shot. Go ahead and dig in, baby. Don't get a corner that's too orange because it's a lot of seasoning. Oh, that's the cheese right there. Yeah, you can get that one.
You sure?
Yes, that's fine. That is a huge bite of a Hot Pocket, just so you know. You're eating like a third of it. You shouldn't have stabbed it, but I made it good enough to where it won't fall apart. All right, give it a shot, babe. Let us know what you think. And then you take a little bite of the corner. What do you think? It looks like it's not bad, huh? Tastes like ramen and Cheetos, doesn't it? Give us a feedback, baby. Give us the Yelp review.
Pretty much tastes exactly like ramen. So.
I disagree. I think it tastes better. No, I'm just kidding. So, overall, what would you give it out of 10, baby? What do you think?
I'd say an 8.
An 8 out of 10?
Probably a 10 if I was in prison, yeah.
Probably a 10 if you were in prison? Wow, thanks, babe.
Pretty good.
All right, so the wifey gave it 8 out of 10. 10 out of 10 if she was in prison, is what her exact words were. But you can chop up, you know, like if you get your turkey log or your summer sausage, you can chop those up at your table, dice them up real good and add them into the mix with it. You know, a third of a turkey log or a third of a summer sausage should do it. Just dice it up, throw it in the bag before you add the water, shake it up with it, it'll turn out just fine. I was not the cook in prison, so needless to say, I don't have a ton of very in-depth recipes, so this probably won't be a very long series. I know a few things. I can kind of make candy and cheesecake out of creamer and all that good stuff, but in general, this was kind of a one-off. But we'll see how it goes. If it's a little more popular or whatever, then I'll try to scrape up some of the other ones. Maybe the cheesecake candy. Sorry for the sound, we have a massive cat jump in here. Overall, be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and make sure that, comment, and check out my channel. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. I hate these. Thank you guys for watching. It tastes like I'm back in prison again. Be sure to give it a thumbs up. Have a great day, guys.